Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be talking about fat loss and why maybe you aren't seeing the results that you might be expecting to see, or you might have a couple of extra pounds that you want to lose, but it's like really difficult to lose them and you have no idea why. I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 different tips on why that's probably happening and why you're not seeing results. So I hope these tips help you. Hopefully you can implement some of these changes into your everyday so you can see results. If you do like this video, please give this one a thumbs up so I know. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video with me, and let's get into it. Alright, so here's the deal. You probably have been working out consistently. You might have been changing up your nutrition a little bit, focusing more so on healthy foods, trying to eliminate as much processed foods as possible or just not eat them as consistently. Maybe you've just been drinking a lot more water, whatever the case may be, but you're still not losing the inches or the fat or the pounds that you want to lose. So I have some tips for you guys on how you can make that happen. Tip number 1 is going to be your nutrition. So I know you guys hear it all the time with making sure your nutrition is in check and everything, but there are so many things that is out there. Stop the yo-yo dieting, stop the crash dieting, stop eliminating food groups thinking that's gonna help you lose the weight quicker and more sustainably. You should view nutrition as a sustainable approach to fat loss. Not a quick fix, not something that's gonna make you lose 5 pounds in a week. Those things are not sustainable. You're gonna be back at square one when you stop eating like that. So, in order to find a balanced nutrition diet, you want to make sure that you are eliminating processed foods as much as possible. So if you're eating a whole bag of chips every single day, crackers, ice cream, anything processed, you want to cut back a little bit. So of course, I always say 80% of your diet should be nutrient dense whole foods. 20% can be those processed treats and sweets and whatever you like, pizza, pasta, things like that in your diet as well. I know a lot of people think they have to be 100% strict 100% of the time, and then eventually they end up binging. So if you are someone who, you know, during the week, your nutrition is at 100%. You haven't had a piece of chocolate, you haven't had pizza, you haven't had ice cream at all this week, even though you might be craving it, but you've been ignoring it, and then the weekend comes, and you stuff your face with it all, and then you're back at square one. Because here's the thing, you wanna make sure you can balance your diet out. If you want a piece of chocolate, if you want a serving size of ice cream during the week, don't restrict yourself from those things. When you switch your mindset from, I can't have these things, to I can have these things in moderation, you don't crave them as much, to be honest. Yeah, I still have ice cream and chocolate and pizza and spaghetti and processed foods every now and then because I know I can have them, but I don't want those things every single day. So you need to get out of the mindset that you need to be 100% strict to hit your goals, because that's not true. Because when you are 100% strict and then you have a binge on a weekend, you actually set yourself back, because more than likely you are eating so many calories and you're eating more calories than your maintenance level. So you are actually in a surplus instead of a deficit. So you want to make sure that that is not happening, and you learn how to fuel yourself with proper nutrition and proper foods, and foods that are going to benefit you and make you feel good, but also allow yourself your cravings, allow yourself foods that you absolutely love 20% of the time. One way to do that is to look at serving sizes, pay attention to portion control, and you get satisfied with your craving, and then you just move on. There's no need to feel like you have to restart or anything like that. Another thing is, it is 100% possible to still eat too many calories even though you're eating healthier foods. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna choose this acai bowl over that slice of pizza for lunch, when realistically, that acai bowl might be like 1,200 calories and that slice of pizza could be like 250. So there is still such thing of eating too many calories when it comes to healthy foods. So this is why I always talk about macro counting, and it's important to kind of understand how many calories your body specifically needs in order to lose fat. So you want to calculate your maintenance calories and subtract about 300 to 500 calories from your maintenance in order to be in a calorie deficit. It's also really important to know how many calories you should be eating to be in a calorie deficit, because there is such thing as eating too little. You need to make sure you're eating enough. A lot of people think automatically, I need to eat way less than I am right now in order to hit my goals. And a lot of times, like, yeah, it's true, you need to eat a little bit less and you need to be in a deficit, but it's not as extreme as some people think. There are a ton of resources online where you can see and figure out what your specific maintenance calories are. What mine are gonna be are completely different than what yours are. So having a basic understanding of how many calories you need to be eating every single day in order to lose fat is going to be extremely important. That doesn't mean you're gonna go in and be like, okay, I'm gonna eat 1,000 calories a day because I'm supposed to be in a calorie deficit. That could be completely wrong. My calorie deficit for me is way above that number just because of how active I am, my lifestyle, my body type, everything like that. 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and honestly, that is not sustainable at all. So knowing your maintenance calories and knowing your calorie deficit calories is going to be huge, because you're probably going to be eating a lot more than you anticipated, but you're still going to be in a calorie deficit, so you're still going to lose fat. You do not have to count calories in order to lose fat, but having an understanding of your personal calories and what your body needs in order to hit your goals is so important. This is the reason why I like to circle back on like the restricting all week and then like binging approach. Let's say your maintenance calorie is 1,400. So Monday through Friday, you eat 1,400 calories for the week. Great, you are still in a deficit. But say Saturday, Sunday comes and you lose control and you binge and you eat everything in sight, and say you eat like 2,800 calories those 2 days, you're gonna now be in a calorie surplus for the entire week. So you're not even in a deficit anymore, because those 2 days completely ruined your deficit. So you wanna make sure it's okay if you go a little bit over on your calories. It's okay if you one day a week you're like up like 200 calories. That's totally fine, because you wanna look at the week as a whole, and you wanna make sure that you're still staying within a deficit within the entire week on average. But like I said, 80% of the time, you should be focusing on nutrient-dense foods. 20% of the time, allow yourself your cravings. Eat a piece of chocolate. Eat a serving size of ice cream. Have a slice or two of pizza. It's not gonna ruin your results. It's what you do consistently, and it's what you eat consistently that is going to make the biggest difference. So tip number 2 is gonna be all about your workouts, and you need to tap into your workouts to see what you're doing, how you can improve. Is what you're doing even beneficial for you? The first thing I want to talk about within your workouts is your overall intensity. Are you kind of just showing up to the gym, going through the motions, not challenging yourself? You're on your phone most of the time, you're distracted, you're just getting through the reps just to get through the reps, you're not thinking about the muscle you're working. You need to make sure you're not doing all of those things. You need to really pay attention to mind-muscle connection. Really focus on engaging the muscle that you are working. Increase your weights if you are weight training when possible. You want to make sure that your workouts are effective. So if you don't know what you're doing, I highly recommend following a workout plan that will help you get results. You want to make sure you put your phone down, really focus. It's an hour, 30 minutes to an hour that you're just focusing on yourself. Everything else can wait. If you are not really focusing on your workouts and you're just having mediocre workouts, nothing really crazy, you're not really pushing yourself, challenging yourself, you're not gonna get much out of it, to be honest. So you really need to kick your workouts up a notch, really challenge yourself. I can tell you, weight training is going to change your physique. If you are not weight training, if you are not using any weights whatsoever within your workouts, I highly recommend start dabbling into that, because weight training, honestly, I have found is one of the best ways you can work out to lose fat and to gain lean muscle. The more lean muscle you have, the more calories you burn just every day. So it's really important to really challenge yourself. Do not be afraid to lift heavy weights. You should be focusing on burning those muscles and lifting heavy. Do not be scared to lift heavier than 10 pounds. You are stronger than you think. You're not gonna bulk up like the Hulk. Honestly, I know so many women are terrified of lifting weights and lifting heavy. It's not gonna do what you guys think it's gonna do. You're not gonna look like the crazy man bodybuilder that has the giant muscles. I mean, you are going to be so surprised that if you start incorporating heavier weights and weight training into your everyday workout routine, you're gonna see such good results and you're gonna be mad at yourself that you didn't start doing this sooner. So get off those cardio machines, go venture out into the weight room. If you're nervous because there's people in there and it's intimidating, put on a hat, some giant earphones, and just get to work. Follow a plan that has step-by-step instructions for you guys. It makes it so much easier, especially if you are new into the weight training world. Doing your workouts and eating healthy for 2 weeks is not gonna get you anywhere. You need to learn how to enjoy working out. You need to learn how to enjoy eating healthy, because when you stop viewing it as a chore and something you have to do and something that you actually get to do, you have the option to do it, which a lot of people don't. Switch your mindset about your workouts, so then it'll make you continue to go. You don't want to be doing workouts that you don't enjoy, that don't push yourself, don't change you, because of course you're not going to want to keep going if you're bored or if you're not seeing results after staying consistent for a couple of months and all of that. But change your mindset about your workouts and do the workouts that you actually enjoy doing. Tip number 3 is all about sleep. So I can't stress enough how important sleep is and how important recovery is. Sleep and recovery go hand in hand. If you are someone who's going to bed after midnight and waking up at 6 a.m., we need to start changing those habits. If you are getting 5 hours of sleep every single night, you feel so sluggish, so groggy, your workouts aren't great, you're missing workouts because you're too tired after work, whatever the case may be, you need to start making habits and changes to make you get a little bit more sleep. I always recommend getting about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. Of course, if you're a parent, new mom, don't laugh at me. I know that will change and it's a lot harder, but just try your best. That's all you can do. But your body does the most recovery on rest days and when you are asleep. So you need to make sure those two things are a priority for you. If you find yourself like you might not be tired until after midnight, try to find different things that you can do 2 hours before midnight at 10 o'clock to kind of wind down. Read a book, put your phone away, turn the TV off, take a bath, just lay in bed with the lights off and just like relax. When you're sitting there on your phone at night scrolling, your natural melatonin does not release because you still have blue light from your phone and your brain is still working and everything, so you need to shut all of that off. I personally put my phone on the opposite side of the room about an hour before I want to be asleep, and I read for about 45 minutes until I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. So you need to start doing little habits and little things leading up to bedtime so you can get more sleep and better sleep as well. So sleep is so important. Your body does so much recovery when you are sleeping, so you need to prioritize it. So tip number 4 is going to be that you're not staying consistent enough. So like I said a little bit earlier, working out and eating healthy and all that stuff, it's great. But if you only do it for a month, 2 months, it's gonna take a lot longer than you think in order to see results. So some people see results right away. Some people, it can take months. So that's why I always say you need to be finding a routine and finding something that's sustainable and finding something that you actually enjoy doing, because if you're not enjoying it and if you don't make these habits, it's not gonna work and you're gonna give up and you're back at square one and you get frustrated. So you need to stay consistent, and that's why you need to make this a part of your lifestyle. Make working out and eating healthy a part of your everyday life, and it's not very challenging to keep going, because I feel like once you get into a routine, once you see all the other benefits to it besides just like aesthetic benefits, you're gonna wanna keep going. You have more energy, you feel better, your mind's clearer, you are more productive, you're better with relationships. Like, it can just change your life in more ways than just your body and what you look like. So you need to start looking at it as another view, as something that you get to do. It's a privilege. You do it for more than just the body changes. Don't do it just because you want abs. Don't do it just because you want to be 35 pounds lighter in a month or two, because that's not realistic. You need to find joys in working out and exercising and eating healthy aside from just the aesthetics. When you go into working out as a stress reliever or because you want to get a good workout in, you want to feel good, it's a lot easier to keep going that way than if you're kind of only working out because you feel like you have to. You ate another cookie and you need to go run it off, or you know, like you want to lose 5 pounds before next week because you're going on vacation. Like, those things are not sustainable, and you're just going to get frustrated, and it's going to cause more stress on your life, which you're going to hold on to fat more because your cortisol levels go up. So you need to find joys in those little things of choosing healthier options and exercising, and you need to stay consistent. You have to keep going, even if you don't want to. Don't rely on motivation. Motivation ain't gonna be there all the time. You're gonna find motivation one day and it's gonna be gone the next. So you need to make habits. How can you stay consistent, and how can you make working out and eating a little bit healthier a part of your everyday lifestyle without relying on motivation, without making it a stressor into your life? What can you do to make it enjoyable so you can stay consistent and you can hit those goals? So you need to ask yourself that. It's just finding joy in the little things. It's not stressing about it, not viewing it as a punishment. So you keep going and you keep on reaping the benefits of exercising and eating healthier. You have to keep going, and you have to make this a part of your lifestyle if you do want to see the results that you're looking for. Last but not least, I want to talk about unrealistic expectations. We live in a world where instant gratification is wanted and needed, and in order to be satisfied, you want something right now. But when it comes to exercise and eating healthy and losing fat, losing weight, it's not instant gratification. You don't go to the gym once and you lose 20 pounds. You don't eat a salad and you drop the weight either. You have to stay consistent, which goes back to my last tip. And you have to realize that you're not gonna drop the fat in a week. You're not gonna drop all the fat in a month. You're not gonna change all of your unhealthy habits in a day. You need to make small changes every single day and make things a habit in order to keep going and lose the fat that you want to lose. Quit with the unrealistic expectation. Stop thinking you're gonna have abs in a week. Stop thinking that doing 1,000 crunches a day is gonna give you abs, because it's not going to. There are so many unrealistic expectations when it comes to fitness and a healthy lifestyle. People think you just wake up skinnier after working out for a week, and it's really not true. And that's why you have to find something that you enjoy. And if you don't want to be disappointed and you don't want to feel defeated, you need to change your mindset. That's why I always say, make working out and eating healthier options a part of your life, because then you won't have these expectations of having abs or losing 35 pounds in a week or two. Like, this is something that you should implement because you want to just improve your overall life quality. Just understand all of these unrealistic expectations, you need to let them go. I hope this video does help you guys. As always, just understand it is a lifestyle thing. Just switch your mindset about working out and eating healthy. Unrealistic expectations, stay consistent. You can do it. You are so capable of doing it, but you just have to change little things here and there in order to keep going. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.